In the early hours of June 28, 1969, Marsha P. Johnson, Stormy DeLavery, Sylvia Rivera, and Miss Major Griffin Gracie led the Stonewall riots and started the first active movement against LGBTQ oppression. The Stonewall Inn was a gay bar that was constantly being raided by police. On one fateful day, the patrons, fed up with the homophobic cops raiding the bar, decided to revolt, starting the modern LGBTQ rights movement. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer oppression has been a constant theme in history. Gay people have been labeled as perverts, sociopathic, and threats to society. They have been shunned, assaulted, and told they lack emotional stability for being who they are. They have been denied rights and freedoms for decades. One of the most prominent freedoms they have been denied is the right to same-sex marriage. The right to marry whoever you wish is essential for American democracy. The Declaration of Independence states, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all people are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." However, marriage is not only the pursuit of happiness. In America, you and your partner share many benefits through your marriage. The legal benefits of marriage include the status of next in kin, which means you can make medical decisions for your spouse if they are unable to. You also have authority over the body of your partner if they are to die. You can receive benefits through Social Security, military, Medicare, and pension. There are many tax benefits, such as the marginal tax deduction and the ability to file taxes jointly.
It was very impactful for me and my family because without our ability to get married, I would not have been able to cover my now spouse on my medical benefits to start. Not to mention the life we had built together. We had been together for 13 years. We had owned a house together. We had assets together, and all of that was at risk until we were able to be legally married.
By the 1990s, the topic of legalizing gay marriage was being discussed everywhere.
I was really just disappointed that by the time we were in the 2000s, the 1990s, 2000s, that we hadn't evolved enough as a society that it was just something that people realized was the right thing to do.
In 1996, the Defense of Marriage Act, which defined marriage as being between a man and a woman, was passed. This act allowed states to deny marriage equality. California famously legalized gay marriage on June 16, 2008. Many people in California at the time were against this change, stating that they needed to restore the definition of marriage and protect our children. So only 4 months later, in November of the same year, Proposition 8 was passed in California. It defined marriage as being between a man and a woman, making it illegal again to marry the same sex. While homophobia and legislation against LGBTQ people was a constant in government, the public eye was shifting in America during this time. More and more people were beginning to accept gay couples nationwide. A poll done by Gallup shows that in 1996, only 27% of people thought gay marriage should be valid, but by 2008, 40% of people believed gay marriage was valid, a significant increase. This is due to the rise of a new generation, the millennials. They grew up with more diversity in the media, and as a result, when they became the majority of the adult population, the general public's opinion changed to become a more open-minded one. On January 20th, 2009, President Obama took office. During his term, he famously took major strides in LGBTQ rights. He worked to stop LGBTQ harassment across the nation. In 2009, he extended the Hate Crime Prevention Act to protect LGBTQ people as well. He started a federal task force against bullying, which included the website www.stopbullying.gov, which has resources for LGBTQ kids. He also made advancements in LGBTQ health, such as spreading support and awareness for AIDS and HIV, and allowing same-sex partners to be included in each other's medical plans at the state. He also implemented a nationwide ban on conversion therapy, a so-called treatment for LGBTQ children that does not work. He also repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell, allowing LGBTQ people to serve in the military while being openly gay. In 2011, President Obama and the Attorney General declared the Department of Justice would no longer support the Defense of Marriage Act, stating that it was unconstitutional. meaning the government could no longer prevent people from marrying the same sex. In 2015, the Obergefell v. Hodges Supreme Court case was held. Michigan, Kentucky, Ohio, and Tennessee still defined marriage as being between a man and a woman. James Obergefell got married to his husband in Baltimore, but when they went back to their home in Ohio, the state refused to acknowledge their marriage.
After we got married in Maryland and we were back in Cincinnati, Ohio, at home, and we were connected with a civil rights attorney, and he pulled out a blank Ohio death certificate. And he said, do you understand that when John dies, his death certificate, his last record as a person, will be wrong? Because here on the death certificate, there's a space for marital status at time of death. And when Ohio fills out this death certificate, they will say John was unmarried. They will ignore your lawful marriage in Maryland.
James Obergefell and a group of same-sex couples petitioned that this was a violation of their 14th Amendment right. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States. By one vote, the Supreme Court agreed with them and required all states to license marriages between same-sex couples. Following this decision, the Social Security Administration was required to recognize all same-sex marriages, finally making them legal in the United States. The day gay marriage was legalized, hundreds of people were outside the Supreme Court chanting, and thousands got married the same day. While advancements still need to be made in LGBTQ rights, the legalization of same-sex marriage was a huge step in the direction of equal rights for all Americans, no matter their identity. Everyone has the right to be freely themselves, and it is our country's responsibility to give them the chance to do so.
And we all have a right to honor our marriages and honor our relationships regardless of who they're with. And there's so many more important things to worry ourselves with in this world than who's married to who.